Uzana beurombo amadzangu. Chifoni chokuita zero. Guys. Sorry guys. Ndoda kutenda mkoma wangu. Ashi? Can you close my door please? I'm live now. Regai ndipe kutenda kuna mkoma 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀 Magunda. Thank you so much mkoma wangu. Phone yandiri kushandisa guys. Ndakatumirwa na Blaz zvikanzi ndakanzwa kuchema kuti phone haisi kuita ma live on Facebook nenyaya yekuti hauna phone. Saka ndakutumira old phone yangu ushandise. Ndikati ndo anonzi baba vanoziva kuti zvinhu hazvina kumira zvakanaka guys. Zvinhu zvasina kundimirira zvakanaka but ezvinezvi I think zvanani phone yekumboshandisa for the time being tinayo. I want to say good evening to the people of Zimbabwe. Good morning to some people in this beautiful world. This is the only team to support when you live in South Africa. You must support Kaizer Chiefs. When you are in South Africa, wherever you are in the world, be proud of Kaizer Chiefs. Kaizer Chiefs. Kaizer Motang. Kaizer Chiefs. Zvakaoma ndo team yangu yando support of South Africa. I've supported this team since I was young. Seriously, Mgomari. So people vari ku YouTube, no pirates. No pirates. Kaizer Chiefs. Max Pro Maponyani. Dr. Kumalo. This is the team to support now. Azmagu Branda. I know what's going on. Maku Branda. Ako auya. Mukoma Jude Murisei. Ndaga Simba. Mukoma Admire. Zvirisei. Phone yacho inenge iri ndaka kuklinwa mbichana. Andizoti yabatwa ndofunga vafana vambobata vachida kuona kuti kafoni kerudzi kakanaka kafoni kacho. Muona even kamera yacho chaiyo makeke. Ndakasimba mukoma tanaka. Hanzi nevanhu mavideos akauploadwa pa YouTube. Hanzi uri kuramba uchimhoresa vanhu. Ndikati no guys. These videos are not meant for YouTube, but they are just uploaded on YouTube so that other people who misses these lives Facebook, they can go watch them ku YouTube. But when I'm presenting, I'll be engaging the audience. I've got people here. So far, I've got 31 people who I'm engaging 31 people at the moment. Atete Beauty, how are you? Ndakasimba. Chari Ziri say Ndakasimba Monaoma. So some people don't want me to greet the audience. Guys, you must feel appreciated. Every time you come to this platform, you are using your money, you are using your data. You come and enjoy about 3 hours of presentation. Most of our presentations are 3 hours plus because we touch one topic and we exhausted the topic. I don't have my episodes. I'll come tomorrow and do another episode. Mukoma Tendai Msasa, how are you? Baltimore Demira, Ndakasiba Monoma. So I don't come tomorrow and continue an episode. No. Every time when I go live, I want to exhaust a topic so that if you sit down and listen to this topic on YouTube, you can listen it for 3 hours or garoga relaxa to the end. And people cry for more. Some were saying, oh, you did not finish this, we still need some more. If I talk about Chidumo, people cry, we still need some more. If I talk about my experiences within the prison services, people still demand some more. I was talking to the guys back home on what is phone Chaudara. I was talking to people back home. When I was a prison officer back home, I remember in 2001, September, October, probably in October, no, it was 2002, 2002, when I was transferred to 𝗘𝗿𝗄𝗴 prison, So before I went to 𝗘𝗿𝗄𝗴, I went to town. I wanted to sort some things in Harare. So when I got in town, I met one girl. We grew up together in 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀. We went to school together. Her brother, we used to play football together. So I used to call her my sister. So we met in 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀. We met in Harare. I was happy to meet her. Her name was 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀. I was so happy to meet Gatty. She had a baby. And she had another girl. And she was with her husband when I met her that day. So we talked a lot. We started talking things back home. How were things back home? How we went to school. I was happy to meet my sister Gertrude. Then she asked me, my brother, so where are you working? I said, no, I'm working in the prisons. I stay in 𝗘𝗿𝗄𝗴 prison training camp. Then she said, all right, I'll pay you a visit. 𝗘𝗿𝗄𝗴 training depot, prison training depot, yes, I'll pay you a visit one day. I said, no problem. We grew up together, went to school together, and I'm happy to meet you in Harare. During that time, I was on suspension from work. That was early 2002. So one day, I wasn't expecting it. She came home. She had her 2 children plus the husband. They came home. I was so happy. I went, I bought bread, we cooked tea. It was in the morning with our tea, in the afternoon with our lunch, in the evening with our supper. Then we went to bed to sleep. Before we went to sleep, we were like watching television, seated in the dining. Then she started she started telling me stories. No, Mkoma, I'm surviving by going to South Africa, buying and selling goods and so forth. I said, oh, that's a very good idea, Getty. Very good idea. So she started crying. No, my brother, you see, I've got a problem. This is why I said, let me visit you today. I've got my stuff which were taken by the immigration. So they want me to pay a certain amount of money. And Shepherd Dewadi watching from China. Rus, thank you so much. How is Xinjiang? How are you there? How are you down there, Xinjiang? Gogowanata, welcome. Atete Mainunu, I didn't see you. I didn't see also Atete QD. So we had a discussion with Getty when she told me that no, she had some things which were held at the Beitbridge border posts. She wanted some money from me so that she can go clear the goods. She will bring the goods. She said the goods had already, they had a market ready. So what she was doing, just to bring the goods, supply, get her money, and come back to give me my money. So it was a nice discussion. So I said, no, don't worry. Tomorrow morning, I know Wanopa Shimbadzo. So I'll just go there, get Shimbadzo anyway. Then you go and collect your goods. You come, you supply it to your people. Then please ensure that you bring back the money in time. Then she said, no problem. I have no problem, my brother. So to be honest with you, I would rather leave my girl. She had the elder child was the same age with my daughter, I think, at that time. The girl was known as Molly. So she left Molly home. She took the small child with the husband. She requested my wife, say, Mrora, can I have an outfit? Look, I'm dirty, because from here I'm not going home, I'm going straight to Beitbridge, because I've got the money now. So my Flora went into the wardrobe, took a very expensive Anzi Yuda, how are you, Mwana Umbranda? Flora, you Flora, Umbranda, Auya. We are to work a branda. kukwadza mbara. Unaedza furora akafa udhara uda mungatoreka mbranda yake ukwadza iwe. Kwara. Saka guys, it's a sad story that I'm telling you. The girl was same age with my first child, I think, or same age with my third born. So what Molly Gertrude went with her husband and the little one. That was the last day I saw them. I was on suspension at work. So we stayed for a week. Boss, she said she was gonna return within a week to collect the child and pay back the chimbazo. So what I did is I waited for a week. I wasn't going to work. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month. Then I said, I don't know where Gertrude live. I asked the daughter, Molly, do you know where your mom live? She said, no, I know. I said, good, we can go. So I took Molly. We went to Kambuzuma, where she said they used to live with the parents. So we went there. I asked the people there. They said, no, these people left this place long time ago. Azo kanganwa ere. Kanganwa ikona ere. Andisikuzwisisa. Ndikutedzera sekuru vaye. Vapiko. Ndakanganwa inini. So in Kambuzuma, I heard a very sad story. They said, no, Gertrude used to live in Chinoy. Her husband died in Chinoy. So the husband was a boss or working in the government, in the public sector. So when he died, Gertrude started visiting the SSB to ensure that she get the so Gertrude used to frequent SSB to facilitate the pension because she had a child with that man. Then the guy died. He was a boss in the public service. So Gertrude frequented SSB to make sure that she gets the pension. So after that, she fell in love with this other current guy, the guy I saw her with. The guy was working at SSB, and then the guy had a property, had a house in Rua. So they started going out together. The guy facilitated quickly the pension. Then Gertrude got the lump sum. So when she got the lump sum, they started going out together for Smango as Mkoma. Chikango yakanaka mwana wama yakanaka Mildred kamun atete midi ziri say. So Gertrude get the lump sum. After she got the lump sum, she started like squandering the money. She never even take part of the money to the relatives of her deceased husband. So they didn't say anything. They just said, oh, let her go with the money. So she got that money. She started going out with the SSB, the employee who facilitated for this money to be paid to Gertrude. So they were together for almost a year or two, squandering the money. So they had run out of the money. And Rukutedzera Seguru wako mdara wa momuzi vakati muchisvika pamba vakati Flora kubranda ako aya okay mkomare no ndanzwisisa vaini Sekuru Mateo Sekuru Mateo vaiti kana tasvika pamba so vaigopopota Flora mabranda aya vatore mabranda yako ndisekuru Sekuru Mateo akazoshaika dzakazofa dzabofa menokwa dzakafira nobody knows. So sorry guys, ndaziya nyaya yarutaura. So Molly, Gertrude squandered all the pension and whatever she was paid by SSB for the deceased husband. And she started going out with this guy who facilitated the money to be paid into her account. Then they squandered all the money and they finished all the money. So when I met Gertrude, they were like living in the streets. They were like living in the streets. This guy had a house in Rua and a wife. So the wife did not allow him to come and live with Gertrude there. She said, this is my house. I married you. Then you decided to leave me and take this widow. So I am not supposed to take you and your widow into this house. So they were like living on the streets. And for them to go and live in Kambuzuma, where this guy's parents lived, those parents said they were no longer paying rent, they were no longer buying food, and they threw them away. It was a very sad story. So when I met Gertrude, I never noticed that she was so scruffy. They were living in the streets. She came home, she dumped this molly to me, and she disappeared with the money that I had got from Chimbadzo for her to go and take the things she said were held by the immigration in Beatty Bridge. After that, she disappeared. I never saw her. During that time, I was transferred to 𝗘𝗿𝗄 prison. So, for me to take Molly to 𝗘𝗿𝗄 prison, it was difficult for me because in case anything happens to that girl, I will be in trouble. So I started looking for them. I couldn't find them. I went to Kambuzuma. I told them, look, I'm leaving this daughter here, and you know where your son is. Then they said, no, it's our son, but the mother is your sister. You said it's your sister. You come from the same area. Take this child to Karoi, to Chikangwe, and give this child to her brothers. I said, I can't do it. You have to do it, because if they ask me, how did this happen? How am I going to explain? So they refused. They locked their doors. They left. I took the child back to Chikurubi. The following day, I went to Harare Central Police Station. I explained everything to them. Then I said to the police, I've got no option. I can't take this girl to 𝗘𝗿𝗄. So I'm leaving this girl in the custody of the police so that I know she is in the custody of the right people. If the police had to organize for social services, to social workers to come and collect her or wherever they take her, I don't care. But I've left that child in the police custody. Then I went to 𝗘𝗿𝗄. A friend of mine, known as Samson Mandu, who was a photographer, most of the photos that you see, I post in uniform. He's the guy who used to take these photographs. So that guy died. When he died, I was told 𝗘𝗿𝗄 died. Then I will travel to Harare. We travel to 𝗕𝗿𝗄𝗃, you know 𝗕𝗕𝗄𝗃 in Magunje, where we went to bury him. After burial, then I said, guys, I'm thirsty. I need a drink. So we went to 𝗕𝗿𝗄𝗃 shops. When I was having my Coca-Cola at 𝗕𝗿𝗄𝗃 shops, this is when I saw that guy. I said, oh dear Christ, this guy is Gertrude's husband, and they are the people who ran away with the man. I had to look for that man to pay Chimbadzo Chavo. It was so painful. I wasn't at work. I was on half salary. Guys, guess what happened? I almost punched this guy, but because we were at a funeral, it was not going to be a good thing to do. People were going to condemn me, say, you are violent and so forth. So I just called him. I said, come here. We had a lorry. So I took her to behind the lorry. Then I said, look, man, you came home with Gertrude. This is my sister. Now you are in 𝗕𝗿𝗄𝗃 here. This 𝗕𝗕𝗄𝗃 is where Gertrude's parents live. And you are Mkwasha Umbawana Gertrude. So listen what I'm telling you. Gertrude is not my real sister. She's someone we went to school with. We used to live in the same hood. We grew up together. And we became like sisters, brother and sisters. But she is not my blood sister. So let me tell you, if it wasn't for this funeral, I was going to smash you. I was going to knock your teeth off. I was going to poke your eyes. I was going to hurt you, I'm telling you. But unfortunately, sorry, fortunately, there is a funeral. I can't do harm to you. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply request the shoes you are wearing. Can I have those shoes? Then I took the shoes off. And then I looked at the shoes. They were like dilapidated and they were not going to fetch more money. So I said, no, these are rubbish shoes. I put them aside. I said, can I have the shirt? He took the shirt off. I put the shirt there. Then I said, can I have the trousers? Then I got the trousers again. He had the short trousers inside. Then he took off the trousers and belt. I wrapped everything, threw them in a lorry. Then I said, thank you. If you bring my money, you can come and take your clothes. People said, Shepherd, are you serious? People thought probably weren't good. I said to my guys, I'm being serious. This guy put me in a serious debt. I had to look for money to pay his nonsense with my sister. So let him go now. I said, my brother, you can leave now. He started walking naked, man, with short trousers and barefooted. I left him like that. We took all the clothes back to Harare. So this is a story. This story reminds me of those people who con people, that if you are caught, you'll be in trouble. So we have got a con man in Zimbabwe in the form of a president. Imagine if I do that to 𝗕𝗿𝗀𝗀𝗁, who is a con man, someone who steals elections, someone who does not value the people of Zimbabwe. You know, so I am saying the Zimbabwe at the moment is under a dictatorship, and the current president of that country is not the winner of 2018 election. He's just a con man. 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀 campaigns is a lighting truly won't prevent an idea which had arrived by jurisprudence. 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀 is definitely an alternative government. 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀 yaenda nenyika. But remember, we have got a con man. We need to play our cards close to our chest because we have got a con man as a president. So if you look at this con man, what he did was to ban 𝗘𝗿𝗄𝐶 rallies, was to ban 𝗘𝗿𝗄𝐶 campaigns. This was a greatest error this con man did. A disservice to ZANU-PF, a disservice to himself. Because people waited to see why ZANU-PF is banning 𝗘𝗿𝗄𝐶 campaigns. And they used to go around, they say Chamisa has got no plan, Chamisa has got no strategy, Chamisa has got no this and that, has got no structures, no plan, no strategy. At the end, con man is the national leader, and yes, we have got a con man as the national leader. So this reminds me of the issue about my sister 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀 with her husband. When I took off the husband's clothes, when I stripped him naked, took the clothes, took them to Harare and threw them in a bin. They were useless. I couldn't even wear those rubbish. It's like meeting 𝗕𝗿𝗀𝗀𝗁 after 23 August, then strip him naked, take the shoes, take everything, leave him with the short trousers and tell him to walk, because he is a con man. Remember, kwaive camera, I tore a black and white and color as well. Yes. So phone and camera. No, he was a cameraman. I have camera same. So what I'm saying is, now the people of Zimbabwe, they waited for 𝗕𝗿𝗀𝗀𝗁's entourage or ZANU-PF minions to try and see why the government says Chamisa had no plan. Why are they now banning 𝗘𝗿𝗄𝐶's rallies, campaigns and everything? Which is the greatest error that has been committed by 𝗕𝗿𝗀𝗀𝗁. So this greatest error has the highest costs to the ruling part. It has ruined the ruling part. I'm going to tell you how the banning of 𝗘𝗿𝗄𝐶 campaigns by this con man has dented his chances of winning 2023 election. Election campaigns, as you all know, are events of greatest interest. I want to be honest with you. Election campaigns everywhere. If there are elections in America, the whole world pays attention to American elections. If there are elections in England, the whole world pays attention to English elections. Anyway, even in France, even in Zimbabwe. So the elections of 23 August 2023, these are like an event of great interest to all stakeholders, other countries who have got interest in Zimbabwe. So we need that election to be properly run. And that election must never be disputed. It must be an election where people will say, yes, they were free and fair, and so and so Mnangagwa is one, or Chamisa is one. So in a free and fair election, so that we can attract the whole world to come to do business with Zimbabwe and better the people of Zimbabwe's lives. So this great event, or this great event in our country that is coming on the 23rd, it has got interest worldwide and attract great attention from even voters in our country. Voters' attention has been attracted. People want to vote. It's like there is a passion to say, no, go and vote. Even vote, they want to go and vote. As Madara Kwagadi, hey, it was fantastic. Shame. Thanks, Mkomariji. This is why I am trying to say, can you brief us a bit about fight in the ZANU-PF? Mkoma Tanaga, I will do that tomorrow. Let me finish, because I've got notes that I've prepared for this presentation. So I just want it to be quick and flow. Then tomorrow we talk about the fights in ZANU-PF. It's a communist party that has got serious fights at this juncture, where Mnangagwa wants to put his son as vice president, and the other vice president will be Valerio Swanda, and they want to throw away Chiwenga. So there is a great fight there. But what I'm talking about is a mistake which was made by Emmerson Mnangagwa to bar 𝗘𝗿𝗀𝗀 campaigns in Zimbabwe. That was the greatest mistake. After they went on state television, state radio, shouting all obscene messages to 𝗘𝗿𝗀𝗀 and President Chamisa, calling him a young boy, someone without a strategy, someone with no plan, and so forth. But he went on to ban campaign rallies for someone without a plan, someone running a structureless part. But the government went on to ban. They instructed the police not to allow 𝗘𝗿𝗀𝗀 to campaign in Zimbabwe. Any Zimbabwean who is alive and suppose ZANU-PF is totally brainwashed and academically dead. Thank you, 𝗘𝗿𝗀𝗀. So you see that I've said this election is a great event in any country, any country. Oh, the world is watching. They want to see what is happening in the pre-election time and what will happen in the post-election time. True, there is serious fight in ZANU, yes. Don't forget about new 1000 plus push session we do not know. Yes. So what I'm saying now is people must understand that any election goes with the high cost of running that election. So it becomes an event of great interest to the world. The world's attention is being attracted to Zimbabwe. Voters' attention is being attracted. The voters, they've got this passion to say that their aim or their goal is winning an election. This is their major goals. If you talk to any Zimbabwean today, the major goals are to win an election. They want to win an election. And the media's major goal is to sell this election and make money, make as much money as possible. And the academics, the likes of 𝗘𝗵𝗿𝗀, the commentators on election matters, we are also looking into this election and tichiparura kuti zvakamira sei in this election. So election campaign is at least some role to play in the production of results or affecting the results. Election campaign itself, it affects the outcome of an election. ZANU-PF is fully aware of this, that if you allow 𝗘𝗿𝗄𝐶 to freely campaign anywhere in the world, it tilts the electoral, the votes. Obviously, the rural community, some of them never saw Chamisa. And when they heard that Chamisa is coming to the area, you saw what people were like in 𝗘𝗿𝗀𝗀 yesterday. And you saw what people were like in Nyanga yesterday but one. And you saw what people were like today in 𝗘𝗿𝗄𝗃. Guys, and you saw the other day in Kadoma. This Chamisa is going rural. So the election campaign, Chamisa, if you look at it, obvious, it has now tilted the outcome of this election. This partless or structureless part, a leader without a plan. If you look at his campaigns, he doesn't bus people to campaign rallies. No, someone is moving around with 500-600 buses, ferrying people to make sure that he has got 37,000 people at his rally. He cannot do 2 rallies a day, because you can't bus those people from one place to another in a day. It's impossible. But Chamisa, yesterday, he addressed the 2 rallies. Today, probably 3 rallies. Because everywhere where he goes, you have seen some of the videos that I've posted of President Chamisa meeting the people in 𝗘𝗿𝗀𝗀, Gaza, and Nyanga, and so forth. He can do it because he tells the Nyanga people to gather in Nyanga, and so that he can go and address them in Nyanga. You see? So, this campaign, the campaign that you are seeing President Chamisa embarking on, has already tilted the result of the election. I am telling you guys, Chamisa has won this election. With the confidence, I am telling you with the confidence. Yes, Chamisa can afford 3 rallies a day. Because he addressed different people. If he goes to Nyanga, he can come address people in Mtare and the people at Beitbridge, goes to everywhere he goes, there are people there waiting for him. And you have seen the videos. You have seen the number of people who are attending Chamisa's rally. He's not busing anyone. People there are attending willingly. So I am saying, if you are a political analyst, if you know how elections are conducted, especially the election, the election campaign, the system being used by Chamisa today, you can tell that already the results is tilted. Chamisa has won this election. Without fear or favor, now is the time. Yes. Thank you, Enos. Because Chamisa has tilted the results now of the election. And he has won this election. I am telling you, whether ZANU likes it or not, Chamisa has won it. Ngoma Peter, thank you so much. My birthday was spoiled by the killing of our party activists. I wasn't happy yesterday. So, some countries, let's say, gentlemen, some countries now, if you look at my countries' interests in the Zimbabwe elections, the whole world has got interest in our elections. So most countries, they scan television programs. They want to see if, because this is how they judge if elections were free and fair. They scan your ZBC, they scan your television. They want to see if other opposition political parties in that country are being aired as well. For a free and fair election, every political party must have access to television, must have access to the radio, must have access to campaign rallies, to the public, because this marks a free and fair election. This is the first mark of a free and fair election. When you say Chamisa won the elections already, my heart beat so fast. Tanaka, thank you so much. I am telling you, considering what is happening on the ground in Zimbabwe, Chamisa has already tilted the election results in favor of 𝗘𝗿𝗄. So this is why I am saying, if you go like to France, you go to Mali, you go to Zambia, you go to Botswana, you go to America, you go to Argentina, those people interested in the running or in our elections worldwide, they scan television programs. They want to judge whether this election was free and fair. They want to judge. They go to ZBC to look. They take statistics. How many times a day was the 𝗘𝗿𝗄 aired for the past probably 2 years, a year. Let me just say for the past year, how many times did 𝗘𝗿𝗄 feature on television? Were they allowed, like their adverts, their campaign rallies to be aired like what ZANU-PF does? If they were not allowed for over 12 months, then the international community always will say the playing field was not fair, because they look at the media, television programs. They look at the media, mainstream media, television, and the radios to see if the other part was also aired in a similar way ZANU-PF is being aired. Part advertisements must be aired so that people will choose. We've got choice. People will have a choice of which part to support. So people, 𝗘𝗿𝗄's programs, 𝗘𝗿𝗄's campaign rallies, 𝗘𝗿𝗄's campaign material must be also aired on television. It must be also found on the Herald, because it is the state newspaper. It belongs to Zimbabwe. It doesn't belong to ZANU-PF. ZANU-PF is a political party that also approaches a Herald to be covered. So those interested in our elections, they will look into the latest news to see if both the political parties are covered in the state media. If they are not covered, as you have seen, for the past 12 months, 𝗘𝗿𝗄 was never covered. I've never heard of 𝗘𝗿𝗄 advertisement on state television or on state radio. Never heard for the past 12 months. Now we are towards an election. I'm not sure when ZBC is going to air or ZTV is going to air 𝗘𝗿𝗄's advertisements so that the election can be judged as free and fair. Most observers, these are the things that they look at as well. So a period of campaign preparation, ladies and gentlemen, for the past 12 months, there's nothing that has been seen. There is nothing nothing aired on ZBC, nothing aired on ZTV about 𝗘𝗿𝗄's campaign preparations. And we are now in a period of implementation. Few weeks to the election, we have witnessed nothing. We have seen nothing on the television. We have seen nothing on state newspapers. And after all, 𝗘𝗿𝗄 rallies, police banned them all. They were not allowed to campaign until the intervention of the international community asking them, why are you banning 𝗘𝗿𝗄? This is a structureless part. This is a part without a plan. This is a president without a plan. But why do you ban them? It's unfortunately, they did a disservice to ZANU-PF. I am going to touch on that at a mass. I want people to open people's mind to see what I'm seeing. The mistakes that were done by ZANU-PF, the mistakes that Mutsvangwa did, the mistake that Idi Mnangagwa did. They made a very big error by banning 𝗘𝗿𝗄 on television, by banning 𝗘𝗿𝗄 on newspapers, by banning their campaign rallies. Few weeks towards election, nothing for 𝗘𝗿𝗄 has ever been aired on ZBC, on ZTV, even in the newspapers. So when you look at that, you can say that ZANU-PF itself used propaganda, which is just a word, a Latin word that says propagate. They used propaganda, a Latin word to say propagate. They propagated their plan, they propagated this and that but they never allowed anyone to also utilize the same state media. So you look, ZANU-PF, when they were propagating themselves, they were busing people, they were telling ZBC to come cover them, ZTV to go on television and air everything that they do, trying to make Mnangagwa a sellable, a person who is non-sellable to be sellable. That does not work. Because by doing so, ZANU-PF was poisoning the people's mind. By trying to paint 𝗘𝗿𝗀 as a banned political party, they were poisoning the people's mind. This has led even to the decline of party loyalty. If you look at the party loyalists in ZANU-PF, no one wants to be identified as ZANU-PF anymore. No one wants to be identified. Look at what Wana Mzembe is doing. Look at what Wana General Kayemba are doing. You cannot associate him with a violent ZANU-PF. You cannot associate General Kayemba with the murder of Tinashe Chitsumge. He is not involved. Wana Mzembe are no longer involved. Wana Jonathan Maya no longer there. Because these were ZANU-PF, pure ZANU-PF people who disassociated themselves from these thugs, from this gold mafia, from this mafia masquerading as a political party, ZANU-PF. They are not ZANU-PF. This is why you see their party loyalty declined. You understand? The people of Zimbabwe, they tried to poison the people of Zimbabwe's mind, but unfortunately, that was a big error. That was a big error. 𝗘𝗿𝗄𝐶 has used it. If you look at 𝗘𝗿𝗄𝐶 now, since this part was launched up to today, they've used a strategy that we call a saturation campaign. They've used word of mouth to campaign. ZANU-PF has used the police, have used the courts, have used the youth militias, have used all sorts of violence against the innocent people of Zimbabwe. But if you see 𝗘𝗿𝗄𝐶, how it won people's hearts, it has used a method we call saturation campaign, where they use a word of mouth. Chamisa anomira pakatanga kutaura unoseka. Ndachiseka zvamba dzachitaura kuchipinge. Zvikanzi mukoma wangu uyu Mnangagwa akamboenda. I don't think it's proper for Chamisa to call Mnangagwa his brother. To be honest with you, I think kana president vachindinzwa, I'm appealing to president not to call him his brother. Because Mnangagwa is older than Chamisa's father. I want to be honest here. Mnangagwa is older than Chamisa's father. So Mnangagwa is a granddad to President Nelson Chamisa. He can't be a brother to Chamisa. No. Because Mnangagwa is way over. Is older than Mdara Chamisa. And President Chamisa is only 45. He's talking to someone who is almost 41 years older than him. He can't be a brother. He is a granddad, that one. So let me correct my president, Honorable Advocate Chamisa, that next time when you refer to Emmerson Mnangagwa, refer him as a granddad or as what can we say? If we say granddad, probably works because that one is a fossil human living. It's a fossil human living. So we better call him granddad or ancestor. Yeah, the better word to call Emmerson Mnangagwa is ancestor. He is the ancestor of the country. He is not even a Seguru. No. Let's call him ancestor general. Let's call him ancestor. So I appeal to President Nelson Chamisa, when you are addressing E.D. Mnangagwa, don't call him brother. I propose you call him ancestor. That now the ancestor has been going all over the country, attending different churches. He is panicking. The ancestor is panicking. Muzimu is panicking. So he has been, he said the ancestor used to perambulate or travel the world, boarding different planes with a scarf. And he is now travel to different churches where he is wearing apostles magowns. Inini ndiri mupostori. Gauni rekumasowe aripfekwe usina kubatwa musoro, usina kukwesherwa. Tandai mudzimu nemashavi, tandai mudzimu nemashavi, dzimu nemashavi kusare mdzimu unoyera, tandai mudzimu nemashavi. Unotokwesherwa maweeks uchikwesherwa, uchireurura kuti ndoitwa madzibaba shepadi, ndinoreurura upombwe, ndoreurura kuba, ndoreurura kuraya, uchireurura for 3 weeks uchikweshwa mdzimu nemashavi. Wapedza wozoenda uropuwa tsananguro dzako pamuprofita usati wapfeka gemenzi rako kuti uchafamba sei rwendo rwako rwokunamata, ande kumberi kwako kwakamira sei. Muprofita kumbirira kuna Mwari kuti ndiratidzei mberi kwemunhu uyu kuti kwakamira sei, ande okuudza zviri kumberi kwako. Iwe kana wakunamata unonamata uchiziva kuti kumberi kwakamira sei. Kana unga uchizosiya chipostori, kana unga uchizofawa, kana unga uchizoita sei, zvese unoudzwa patsananguro dzako uchengeta, ndozvauchanamata nadzo. Ukapombazve ubvisa futi gamenzi uenda unoreurura. But every week unonga uchitokwesherwa mdzimu nemashavi. Ndozvinoitwa kuchipostori. Hakunhongwe munhu abva mbava ari kubhema foja ari tudu ungosvika kungonzi gamenzi ripfeka gara mumapostori bata tsvimbo yekwamarange. Indakanamata kwamarange kuma78, ndakanamata kwamarange kuma78 79, ndakanamata kwamarange. Andona ndaiona sekuru wangu wainzi atiki kana kuti achateta, baba wamai vangu ini, baba munini wamai vangu, nininawo baba wamai vangu. Mudharayo awaimbogara naye usina kuparwa musoro, so usina kunotsvodwa pamagedhi, uchipinda pamagedhi wakabata tsvimbo yako uchimba, watosara mujerusarema wozana, sendijona here o baba, sendijona here, sendijona here baba, sendijona anoyera. Dhutere baba, Johani wakomborerwa baba, nasi Johani wakomborerwa baba, tinoonana. Zvaita kuti ugarira sekuru wangu inini atiki, usina kushurwa musoro, usina kubata tsvimbo, usina kutsvodwa pamagedhi nemadhara, usina kutsika moto. Taitsika moto isusu zvakafana, usingatsve. Dhutere baba, Johani wakomborerwa baba, nasi Johani wakomborerwa baba, tinoonana. Una mapositori mujerusarema wozana, sendijona here o baba, sendijona here o baba. Akana chipostori chinonakidza ma imi vanhu namatai ndiribo break zviri sei. Saka you see kuti upfeke gemenzi unogara paipai uimbe sendijona here and so forth, zvine maprocedures. You don't just wear garment zvatiri kuona mapoliticians atruita kuzvidza Mwari kuyakwe. Muchienda pamarandere kuzvidza Mwari. Haungafambe uchitaurira vanamati venyika, vanhu vanopfeka magemenzi vachikwira mudenga mumakomo memo vachiratititita vachinamata memo vachitaura nentimi vachitaura nengirozi nedenga kuti mapostori for ED makunamatiswa. Ukaona pamasuo pari kuimbwa mavhesi epamasuo achinjwa akuimbwa ED. Bhaibheri rakuverengwa kubva kuna Genesisi pana Jehovha pachibviswa Jehovha pachinzi munanga agwa. Animal, be very careful. Be very careful. President Chamisa wataura kuti that place is a scared place. Haungaende unotaura kuti ndinamatei inini. Haungaende unotaura kuti Bhaibheri verenga inini Bhaibheri. Iwe usina kunyorwa Bhaibheri. Ancestor vanenge vafarisa muswe warebesa oda kudimbura. Andimunzwa nyaya tutaura. Saka ndiri kutaura ndichiti 𝗕𝗿𝗶𝗴 now, if you look at marali mashoma which were given a go-ahead by police. Here, President Chamisa is campaigned using word of mouth. Guys, pamoshandukutara zvinobohwa. Hapana kana amboisawo kana love kana like ndaimba dhuterere panapa. Dhutere baba, Johani wakomborerwa baba, nasi Johani wakomborerwa baba, tinoonana. Watosara hozana mujerusarema hozana. Sendi Jona ere o baba, sendi Jona ere o baba, sendi Jona ere baba, sendi Jona anoyera. Ndakainamata marange yai handiti maona, but nyaya yatiri kutaura panapa inyaya yekuti it's a scared place. Vana marange chai baba Johani marange chai vakatumwa naMwari varume vaya, vakafamba namasedza Johani vachifamba vachiparidza shoko raMwari, girls dzichitaura munyika, vachivaka masangano muAfrica kusvika baba Johani vaenda kuKenya. Baba Johani marange vakadzokerera muZambia umu, vaona vakadzi vakanaka. muZambia mune vakadzi vakanaka. Kana usaramboona vakadzi vakanaka, enda kuZambia enda unoona kuZambia haudzoke. Ndagara muZambia ndikatarisa so ndikati hey, ndagara nyika ino indofa, andimona ukasanamata unofa. Saka nyaya yatiri kutaura ndeyekuti those people vakanamata vatumwa naMwari, nzvimbo dzavainamatira, nzvimbo dzekumasowe, they are scared places. Ndosaka uchiona kuti vanhu vakare vainamata the way yatainamata nayo, taishandisa midzimu. Taiti kana ukaenda pasi pemuti ukati asekuru ayuda, kwete achinotimbayo, ukasvika pasi pemuti ukati ayuda, ndanzwa nenzara ndafamba, waibva wanzwa zindiro resadza remuti rakazara sadza rimwe robva ranzi renyama, pamuti potangangobuda mvura wogeza maoko wogara wodya wombera ndaguta wongosiya zvakadaro usimuka woenda. Zvaiitika kudhara bose aifamba nemidzimu. Asi pakazouya mudzimu unoera, wakasvika ukataura ukati pana baba Johani vachitumwa, mudzimu yakatadza kubuda kumondoro. Musi wacho iwoyo mudzimu yakatadza kubuda. Mudzimu wakazongotaura kekupedzisira wakati pano pane mukuru wekuti handikwanisi kutaura, ndaenda. Mudzimu yakatya kutaura. Baba Johani wakachisimuka ukataura kuti ndauya inini mudzimu unoera. Imi maifamba nemudzimu, asi ndauya ini mudzimu unoera. Ande zvine zvazvaireva izvozvo. Zvikanzi muchanamatira parenje pasina muridzi, ndopatikukwira makomo tichinamatira. Vanhu vachiseka kuti onai vakapfeka zvichena marombe mapostora. Hatisi marombe. Kana usina kudzidza chipostora, usina kunyatsokunzwisisa, unofunga kuti vanhu vaye marombe. Hatisi marombe zvachose. Nzvimbo dzatonamatira inzvimbo dzinoera. People went crazy neurungwe. Taura hako mamari. Inzvimbo dzinoera dzatonamatira dzedzi. Nokuti tichinda kunonamata tichitungamirwa nembiri yemudzimu unoera. Taimbotungamirwa nemudzimu, kwakachizouya mudzimu unoera, ndo unotitungamirira. Midzimu yedu iripo. Kumasowe nokudza rusafa wakatuka midzimu yako, iriko mudzimu. Ipapo ndikaita problem, mai vangu vanouya kuzondinunura nekuti mudzimu mudzimu wangu. Asi pamberi pavo pane mudzimu unoera mukuru, ndo unotitungamirira kana tichinamata. Saka nzvimbo dzinoera, asi nzvimbo dzekuti unoenda woti kwakwano wosvika paipo wopfeka garments usina kukwesherwa mudzimu nemashavi. Imbozvifunga kaviri mundara munangagwa kuti ndo zvachitaurwa napresident chamisa zvikanzi ezvezvi makungoenda muchipfeka magarments muchinogara pamasowe. Asi nzvimbo yekuita mahumbwe, pamasowe hapaitwe mahumbwe. Chasara kukuona mundara wakapfeka mapambazi ndaputika kuseka. Asi chokwadi chafungo pagwanza pavanoenda vachizvidza ngirozi, pakaipa pagwanza paya, usapinda apo usina mweya. Ndakaona baba 𝗘𝗿𝗀, handisi kushora munhu, handishore mweya pana baba 𝗘𝗿𝗀, asi ndakaona baba 𝗘𝗿𝗀, vakuru vedu vekumaJohani Masowe vakamira mugwanza vachitaura, vakabata mic, vakapfeka bhutsu, vachitaura matare amunangagwa. Baba 𝗘𝗿𝗀 vakabvapo vakaenda kukaribha kumasowe, kukarohwa kamwana kadiki nengoni. Mwari vakataura kuti pamunoungana ndinouya. Kakavataurira kuti baba handina kuona mararama nguva refu ini, ndaona mapinda mutsaona baba, tsaona isina kutombomira zvakanaka. Dai masiya zvematongerwo enyika mufambe nembiri yemudzimu unoera. Hanzi 𝗘𝗿𝗀 akasimuka akataurira kumupana yakamuti iwe inini ndanzwa mweya kwemakore mufana kusati wabereka, ndakafamba nababa Johani. Hanzi isa mchinjikwa mutatu ugare pasi. Hanzi mbiri yemudzimu unoera yakaisa muchinjikwa mutatu ndobva yapeta uso ichibva yaenda. Baba 𝗘𝗍𝗀 achibva ipapo vanoita 1 week makaiona motikari yavo iri beyond repair. haichamuki iyaya motikari kana ukaendesa kuchina kuti ndai munotwasura futi idzoke murodhi haidzoke murodhi yayo. That car is beyond repair. After mbiri yemudzimu inoera yataura vabakatsiriwa tuka mbiri yemudzimu inoera zvikanzi tsvimbo nhatu tese dzakarohwa hanzi mweya mutsvene wamwari wakaisa tsvimbo nhatu ndobva watyora uso ndobva wagara pasi. Babakatsiriwa vakaita nharo akanoipinda accident isingaiti yakanga yataurwa kukaribha nembiri yemudzimu inoera andimona. Saka ungaonzwa nangagwa achitsurwa usapfeka magemenzana usapinda parenje apa neshango. Ndakabona akapfeka zvimasokisi akagara pasi ndikati ndochii chatikuitirwa tsurika mudhara mbiri yemudzimu inoera aitambwe nayo. Kana uri munhu akatumwa naMwari chaiye chaiye wega unofanira kunzwa kuti mumwiri mangu muno ndiri kutumwa pane chiri kuitika mandiri. Kana uchitumwa naMwari unozvinzwa mandiri. Mugwanza hamusime kutambira katsira akamupinda nebhutsu akanopinda maaccident auzwa nembiri yemudzimu inoera ukaribha akaita nharo. Saka tiri kutaura tichiti ukaona vachamisa vachitaura zvavari kutaura is using the word of mouth. 𝗕𝗿𝗶 yakarambidzwa kukambena tikatanga kushandisa social media to sell the party. Vanhu kune maruzevha kumwe kwekuti hakuna kana t-shirt yakasvika chakasvika ishoko rekuti kwane political party itsva yakafomwa inonzi 𝗕𝗿𝗶 kutukamirwa navo vachamisa vaimbofamba navatsvangirai. Saka shoko rakasvika kumaruzevha. Saka ndichitaura kuti mistake yakaita ZANU-PF is to ban 𝗕𝗿𝗶 from campaigning, because if you ban a party from campaigning that party goes underground. Once it goes underground inonopinda nemausingafungire kuti yakapinda zvakaita 𝗕𝗿𝗶. Kune maleaflets kusati kwasvika chamisa kwakasvika maleaflets kwakasvika social media kuri kusvika mavideos atotaura aya kuri kusvika mamessages ari kunyorwa nevanhu zviri kusvika newhatsapp ikoko andimona. Because we couldn't use manewspapers eZimbabwe, we couldn't use ZBC eZimbabwe, we couldn't use any other means kana political rallies they were banned andimona. Ingadai so tichienda paZTV tichiplaya mafilms edu tichienda munewspaper tichinyorwa vachamisa vachibuda munewspaper vachinyora mapolisi avo ndopa vaifana kuona ZANU-PF kuti chamisa ane plani ipi. But they banned everything, so they never saw chamisa's plan. Bozi munhu akangwara unofollowa opposition manewspaper nepatv uchiteerera uchiona mastrategies avo iwo uchiisa macounter strategies kuti chamisa akati zvakati soti zvakati kaenda pakati kuti zvakati pakati parudiwa zvakati andimona. ZANU-PF made the greatest error in the history of politics to ban a political party from campaigning. Because right now ukaona the ways 𝗕𝗿𝗶 gained or infiltrated areas aifunga kuti haapindwe nezano ayaya. 𝗕𝗿𝗶 appealed to a young, more informed electorate, which has now tilted the results of this coming election. As we are always updated, Shem, definitely. Zuka, tinofanira kumutenda. I don't know Tomitra Zuckerberg. Honestly, Atete Maria, tinofanira kumutenda murume uya. Whoever, munhu akauya nesocial media ikai, WhatsApp neFacebook. Akatigonera murume uya. Imagine dai kwakusina WhatsApp neFacebook. Hakuna kukana kwa hakuna mbozi ari kuna chamisa. Hakuna. Yakamhanya ZANU ikataura kuti tsvangirai wafa. Akafa neMDC hakusina chinonzi MDC. Andiriona. But Zuckerberg, I don't know Tomitra. Tinofanira kumutenda mpana tomboita kana dora 37 billion tomupa imwe 7 billion ngoti idyai wakagona iwe. Because he changed the world. The communication system of the world changed because of that guy. Saka urikuona kuti ZANU-PF failed to allow 𝗕𝗿𝗶 to gauge. They failed to gauge the strength of 𝗕𝗿𝗶 by banning them. A mistake yakaitwa neZANU. Because now they can't gauge the strength and the weaknesses of 𝗕𝗿𝗶. because havana kumbobva vambonzwa kuti 𝗕𝗿𝗃 achiri kutaura nezvei paTV. Because paTV ndo pamunobvarura mapolicies enyu kuti zvinhu zvamuchada kuitira vanhu. Saka ZANU-PF is unaware what Chamisa is telling the people kumaruzeva, what we are telling people on social media, pa Facebook, pa my WhatsApp, but we have reached every corner of the world. And in one, when the people are kukana, the people are kumagunje, kumachonyonyo kukana mzila wembu, the people are kuchirezi, kunonzi kwani kuchirezi, kupasi kwenyika uku, bulldog, vakutoziva kuti kune 𝗕𝗿𝗃, vakutoziva kuti this political party yakamirire chii. Kwatove support, strong support base yeTRIPC. Andrew, because ZANU-PF made an error of banning a political party, and that political party went underground for a year, infiltrating all those places that ZANU-PF didn't want Chamisa to go. Chamisa, they used to stone him, block roads to go from Nyanga, that Chamisa is not allowed to go to Nyanga. Then they pelted his cars with the stones, fired guns at him until we decided to buy a bulletproof car to protect him. So that was a mistake by ZANU. By so doing, it used the forms of political methods. By so doing, by banning 𝗕𝗿𝗃, it was a form of a political method that popularized 𝗕𝗿𝗃 today. And all those political ideology of 𝗕𝗿𝗃 are now standing. Because vaifana kumsiya otaura ozomataka kuti haana strategy. Izvai zvaataura paTV, izvai zvaataura zvarunyora mumanyuzipepa, then moita counter that. Moti haana strategy. Now munoenda kuchita chevanhu moti kuti haana strategy. You don't know what he is saying. Hamuna a clear picture of what Chamisa is saying. And Chamisa is appealing to the informed electorate. Kwaari kuenda kwacho nekwatiri kusvika nana WhatsApp nana Facebook, vanhu vari kunzwisisa kuti chii chinonzi Chamisa, ari kuda kuite chii nenyika. Kwete zvekufamba muningotaura kuti haiwa puppet of the mabhunu. The people of Zimbabwe vari kuda mabhunu. Da kukutaurirai. Besides being vana Chamisa kana vanani vanozvitaura, vanhu vanongorara zvitaura for propaganda. But vanhu vekuZimbabwe vari kudai mabhunu adzoka. Voita mafactories tiende kumabasa. Vana sebos ngavavhurwe. Mafertilizer ngaagadzirwe muZimbabwe. Vana Zimforce ngavashande. Zisco Steel ngaishande. Vana Contextiles vhurai. Those were companies vemabhunu. Saka vanhu vekuZimbabwe vaifunga kuti vanhu vatema vachavhura those companies vanhu voshanda mabasa hakuna. 99.9% unemployment rate. Saka vanhu vakutoona kuti mainvestors acho ari kuuya mabhunuka. Handiko vaya billionaire vaya ZANU ikamhanya, murungu kakauya uya. Vanhu vakamhanya. Pane video yandakaposta pana vimwe murungu akadzoka pafamu paigara. Vanhu vakamafurazi rese rikamhanya kunomuunganira mbuni iyeye. Vachichema kuti dai wadzoka, dai wadzoka. Utipewo mabasa atishande. Buti unjani, totola, ngiyapila. So, the general public of that country, who are not benefiting anything from ZANU-PF corruption, they want those white people back. If you see ZANU-PF ichitaura propaganda, hey, these are puppets. They are not puppets. Those whites are Africans. It's only that they had established themselves. Some of them bought those farms. They made factories. But it's not agriculture only that can make a country survive. Babalame. Economical sector. A lot of things that are involved. As I saw it, when was that? I think it's this year, when this white guy returned to the farm he used to own. The whole farm vakamhanya vakachema. Muchemera kuti dzoka, dzoka. Murungu hanzi dzoka murungu. Varona murungu adzoke. The whole farm yakachema. I think I shared that video pa Facebook pangu. Ndakaishare video yo vanhu vatema vachichema kudai murungu adzoka. Because murungu iye aivabhadhara. Yes, vanhu vatema vari kupiwa $5, $5 a week paprazi. Unjani, 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀 yapila brother. This is my favorite South African team, Kaizer Chiefs. So, what I'm saying here, guys, The reality is people, they want investors in that country. And when investors come, they know they will be employed. Zimforce will open. Contextiles will open. 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀 will open. 𝗕𝗿𝗿𝗀𝗁 shoes will open. Cisco Steel will open. A lot of companies, those which closed, they will open and start functioning. And the people will get jobs. You understand? This is what people want. People, vanhu havasi kuda mapromises ekuti takatora nyika, takaenda kuhondo, 43 years da. Muchitaura nyambo. Nyambo dzamuri kutaura idzi. Kutaura kuti pamuhondo, tsuro nagudo, tokogara nani, zvakazodii zvikadii. That does not bring food on the table. People now want food on the table. They don't want those folk tales are. They don't want them. Utaurira nyambo, utaurira mwana akazvarwa 2000. Uri kwakune hondo kwakaridzwa, hondo kwakaita setakazodii. Uri kutaurira mwana wa 2000 anokuudza chanonzwisa chini nenyaya yehondo. Ona. Saka, this is an error that ZANU-PF made. To the extent that 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀 has infiltrated, has gained popularity. Because people, psychologically, people, they tend to sympathize with a victim. I want you to know this. I did criminal psychology. When I was in Zimbabwe. People, they tend to sympathize with a victim. And you know it today. Ukaona Douglas Monzora pa aimhanya achiti Mashavira what judgment chi. This is when Chamisa got popularity. He became a victim. And the people supported him. So people, they've got a tendency to support a victim. You're going to aggressor, people will never support you. Never. As at least you still remember the company name. Some of us have forgotten. Makangalana 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗁. Yakanaka 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗁. Anzibika sadza 𝗘𝗿𝗿. Ngwere sadza blue ribbon. Hamba wazi kumbofambidzana vaguru navadoko. Kuvambidzana manyanya. Zvainakidza kare. Dairy story. My companies essay they closed. And I even my employees. Nokuti akadzoka nhasi kavhura. Nonzwa pana manager, pana vice manager, pana mashandi, pana supervisor. Mabasa amuka vanhu vakuura mari. Vanhu vakutoteerera dzimba dzemuZimbabwe, they are now dilapidated house. Kuita kunge nyika ine hondo yekurira kuti dzimba dziri kungodona hadzisina kana maintenance. Wodzimaintaina nei usina mari? Who is Mkoma Gwangu? Is he real? Yeah, Gwangu is real. I talk to him every day. He's my brother. He is very, very real. Very, very real. Gwangu. So, this made Zimbos to share and spread the Chamisa's speeches. The banning of Chamisa's rallies, the banning of 𝗘𝗿𝗃 has made Sanjem, Kokom, Polobels, those companies have closed. If they come back, people will get jobs. Vakasa chitungwiza musha mukuru yo. Vakasara chitungwiza wa musha umarovha contextiles yavharwa. Vanhu vese ngotora nochitutana vachipinda mukoni memo until contextiles closed. Ndo yakaita chitungwiza ivakwe iya. It's very unfortunate that now the people are crying. What they want, their jobs. ZANU-PF has failed for 20 years now to invite investors. So I don't know what they are promising now. I don't know what is their manifesto now. I've never seen ZANU. I'm glad if I can have ZANU-PF manifesto and go over it live on Facebook. Because now Chamisa has got an upper hand. The election result is now tilted. If you listen to Chamisa's speech when he's engaging groups of people, because he is addressing groups of people. Whilst Mnangagwa is addressing forced multitudes of people. Chamisa is addressing groups of people who come to Nyanga, a certain group, different groups. Listen to his speeches in those addresses, which are most of these speeches are disseminated on social media. You can easily access them. At least start seeing 𝗘𝗿𝗺𝗀, but I've got videos from 𝗘𝗿𝗺𝗀, I've got audios from 𝗘𝗿𝗺𝗀. I've listened to President Chamisa. It's like I'm present at the rally. We have sent these audios, we have sent these videos, which are visual videos. People can actually see that there were people there. Iwe muni. Kana unga usinga believe kuti chimuti chaenda, Chamisa watora chinhu. Andibona. So ZANU-PF, despite them banning 𝗘𝗿𝗺 rallies, they banned demos in Zimbabwe. They banned mass actions in Zimbabwe. That make them unpopular. I to kill people. That's the manifesto. The manifesto that they kill people. It's so sad. Animon. Sakata sama Mazimbos now, since these rallies were banned, my demonstrations in our country were banned. My mass actions during Mugabe's time, they were all banned under Mnangagwa. That means democracy is dead in Zimbabwe. And what is Zimbabweans now decided? They've decided to respond against Zimbabwe government's banning of all these rallies and demos. The way they are going to respond is through elections. And you see that this hostile organization called ZANU-PF, this time it will go. It will go. Believe me, guys. ZANU-PF will go. Because grassroots activists, they don't care about whatever is happening. Vakaformat my networks because of this new technology we have, we call social media. And they are sharing every information they get. Munakatourawa izvozvizvi totosikana tatoona nemapicture nechii munaurawa neZANU-PF to just spread the whole world. ZANU-PF manifests to kill and disrupt 𝗘𝗿𝗺𝗀's rallies, which is the biggest error. That's a mistake. I don't know who is advising ZANU-PF now, but that person, I don't think he loves ZANU-PF or he loves the president, Emmerson Mnangagwa. I don't think so. Because a ruling party that does not have a strategy. They've got structures, but they've got no plan. It's a ruling party. It's a party that is ruling the country. They mustn't come and promise. They must come and deliver and say, look, we have done that. Vote for us. So they've got no plan. Their manifesto is just a killing. So, what I'm saying here, if you look in Zimbabwe's political arena now, there were a lot of people who were neutrals. Remember, when we left MDC to be part of 𝗘𝗿𝗺𝗀, some people who used to vote MDC, those neutrals, but there are people who can say if ZANU-PF do good things, they vote ZANU-PF. If 𝗘𝗿𝗺𝗀 does good things, they vote 𝗘𝗿𝗺𝗀. And those people, we call them neutrals. But to be honest with you, all the neutrals now have made their minds. They are going to vote 𝗘𝗿𝗺𝗀. They will definitely vote President Nelson Chamisa. He is so much appealing. If you listen to his speeches, if you listen to few rallies that he has held throughout Zimbabwe, the gentleman is appealing. The gentleman now is the only sensible candidate in the country. The only person who is capable of winning this election and run Zimbabwe effectively. So ZANU-PF now, by banning 𝗘𝗿𝗺𝗀 or barring their rallies, the demos and so forth, they've aroused public feelings. They've aroused public interests. And the people would now want to know. They are being influenced by why this party is being banned. And so you will see a different pattern of voting. Like what I've just mentioned about neutrals. That the neutral people, definitely, they've taken sides now. They are going to vote President Nelson Chamisa. So I'm urging you, if you are neutral, again, in this political situation, that your candidate now is President Nelson Chamisa. If you have got a friend who was neutral, send him an SMS right now to say, look, my friend, if you had doubts about Chamisa, you have seen now that the gentleman has got a plan. That we used to think that this gentleman does not have structures. We have seen structures now. And the gentleman has got candidates in every constituency. So please, if you are neutral, SMS your friend, SMS your relative. This is no longer the time to be neutral. Take a side. Chamisa is there for you. 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀 is there for you. And more. We have seen, recently you have seen the legal arm of the party. If you had got no structures, how were they going to get that legal arm? We have seen the legal arm of the party engaging courts to fight injustice and the reinstatement of the famous 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀 candidates. The famous 𝗘𝗿𝗿 were struck off the voters' roll or struck off from the ballot paper. They were said, hey, you submitted your papers, this and that. And the trial judge, what he just did was to wash his hands and say, 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀𝗀. And those people have now been reinstated. Saka patove nechimoto ipapa. Vana Mtulin'we vanga vato celebrate. Herald yatonyora kuti ZANU-PF is 112 seats without a fight. Munanga kwakuvhura hospital kuBulawayo neZuro yakavakwa nemaBritish. Vachiti hurumende yeZANU ndo yavaka. Yeah, this is exactly what 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀. This is now, look at it. The social media knew about it before Mnangagwa went to open that hospital. And more. Because of social media, because of Zuckerberg, we had information already that, oh, the British are building a hospital there in Bulawayo. And they try to make that ZANU-PF have done this, but the people of Bulawayo and the people of Zimbabwe, they know the truth. So this time, saka mchiona tichitaura propaganda yeZANU-PF haichashandi in a digital era. Iyo vakuenda vachiti ZANU. Dai kwakusina social media, iri Herald tichingotonzwa kuti ZANU yakavaka. Hapana aizviramba. Because aizvinzwa paHerald, aizvinzwa paTV. But now pa social media, zvese nema-articles acho, ma-international articles, tiringotora tichishare, tichiona kuti ma-British vari kuvaka hospital kuBulawayo. It's not ZANU-PF. The same British that he is castigating are the ones who are helping Zimbabwe to build hospitals. I like it when talking as if he's reading a book, words flowing. Chamisa chibaba kan. Chibaba jaji. Nero. Anzi donza. Anzi kakata. Donza. Chamisa we. Kakata. Anova nafunga maikore. Maikore. Guys, kana makamboona an effective female politician mbotererai maikore. Vakasimuka kuti Chamisa we. Donza Chamisa. Donza Chamisa. Kakata Chamisa. Donza Chamisa. Kakata Chamisa we. Donza Chamisa we. Kakata Chamisa we. Donza. Chibaba chiachia. Kana wanga wane madoubts ekuti 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀 yaenda nechunhu. Tarisai papa. Tarisai papa. Zvekuti Chamisa has got no strategy, has got no plan. ZANU-PF rallies has exposed ZANU-PF. It is the only political party in Zimbabwe without a plan. They have got no manifesto. A 60-something-year-old political party with no plan, having ruled the country for 43 years. They are coming to you still with the promises. So Chamisa has proved otherwise. Has proved to them that when you were going around saying I've got no plan, I've proved you wrong. Instead, it is now the other way around. People are seeing ZANU-PF now that, look, they've held thousands of rallies saying nothing. They've got no plan. I think she's okay. I'll try to ring her tomorrow to find out whether she's okay or what. Don't worry. Tomorrow I'll tell you whether Michael is okay or what. But they were definitely attacked. So Chamisa has proved them wrong. He has shown that 𝗘𝗿𝗃 is a very solid organization. 𝗘𝗿𝗃 has engaged in a sweeping work. Not propaganda, no. It was a sweeping mobilization that 𝗘𝗿𝗃 has engaged in the past. The few minutes that we got, the party has shown that it has got strategy. Kana vaita hapana strategy, vanyarara vati zi. Wena pa Twitter vaneta manje ana mugwadi. Mugwadi mchamunzwa kuti boho kana kukosora achakosora. They are all okay. Oh, thanks 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀. Thank you so much. So, but the 𝗘𝗿𝗃 has got it's now a solid organization, and Chamisa has proved them wrong. The party had underground mass organization. So when ZANU-PF was going around saying that party has got no plan, is structureless, it went underground and went through a mass organization and mass mobilization. It reached the grassroots when ZANU-PF was crying that the party has got no plan. It established contact with numerous masses, a lot of people. The party is very strong. This is why you see ZANU-PF now is resorting to violence. What they are witnessing is shocking them. They are so shocked to the extent that they think, oh, let's kill them now. Let's start killing these people, because we thought Chamisa had no plan. We thought Chamisa had no structures. But now they've seen that the party is now a solid party. It's a solid organization. It had gone underground to do a mass organization, mass mobilization. It reached the grassroots that ZANU-PF never thought 𝗘𝗿𝗃 would reach. It established contact with numerous masses, involved as many people as possible in its candidate selection, and they've got candidates for you. They didn't say we are going to impose, no, they said, pezerana ikoko, muzotipa candidate yedu. Akazozwa rimwe maira akunyepa. Party ndasikazondere ZANU-ka. Ndakazosenderwa picture yaro yakapfeka marigale eZANU, iri kumusangano weZANU. Zimairere kutaura kuti party wakunzi anobvisa dress. Rakauya rifwa richaitwa kansela kuti 𝗘𝗿𝗃. Rakauya rifwa kuti kunobvisa dress. Vajaira kubvisa madress kuZANU-PF. Saka rakauya kuti 𝗘𝗿𝗃 rikaona masamba asiyana. Ende vanhu vakakasira kuruona kuti zimaire kuZANU riya. Ribva rarasiswa. No selection iyaya makaona yaitwa iyaya imboma iya. Pakasefwa marabishi paya. So you see that 𝗘𝗿𝗃 involved as many people as possible that are now serving the interest of the party and the interest of the people. The people were given opportunity. The party, candidates. We are not going to give you a candidate. They thought Madumbe. So the party reached out greatest number of the organized masses. The party has enticed them into progressive politics. And the 𝗘𝗿𝗃 has become stronger than what ZANU-PF thought. And what? Ukada kutarisa President Chamisa kubhano kwakaita vadzaza kuenda paFacebook. Dzakuita ma-statements paFacebook. Vanhu vakunyora kuti nyika itongwe paFacebook. Ndopandakaona kuti ZANU-PF people are very stupid. If I was a ZANU-PF member, I would have advocated for probably vafana kuti vaite in charge of kwete mutsvango aiwa vafana vari kuziva kuti amudigital era vamhanye vabatsire madhara ekuvataura imi Chamisa washata muri kuona ari kushandisa Facebook achiita mastatements paFacebook. Munhu angagwa paachakwira ndege obhururuka kapa onosvika kuLupane, motora 800 basi dzorara pungwe dzichifamba kunganza vanhu kuLupane. Chamisa is just doing 20 minutes live on Facebook. Has reached probably 15 million Zimbabweans. That Mnangagwa will never reach. Akaenda parally kuchipinga akaenda. akatakura vanhu nemabhazi. Vanhu vaiva there less than 30,000. Chamisa akaenda palive on Facebook akaadresa vanhu. He's addressing 15 million people. Saka you will find that ZANU-PF was beaten strategically. Their president was supposed, even American President Biden, he addresses the country on Facebook. Because people, they come and comment, on Facebook. Mnangagwa can't do that. Nosaka murukuona is around without propaganda, without fearing people. Haana vanhu vaanombaaddressa. President Chamisa vanoenda voita press statement paFacebook vatopedza. Inenge yatove news item. Inoswera vanhu vese vakutagana, endai munzwa zvataurwa napresident. Pasi rese kumaruzevha, pasi kunyika, endai munzwa president zvavanga vachitaura. And saka you find that Chamisa now bears the stamp of legitimacy. He is the the only leader in Zimbabwe anoteererwa nevanhu. Andiriwona. Saka ukada kuona now 𝗘𝗿𝗶𝗀 kuti it has enticed a great number of voters, people who are going to participate in this election. It's like an open confrontation with the government, or open confrontation with the ZANU-PF. People said we are not going to physically confront ZANU-PF, but we are going to use our large numbers, our voting powers to confront the oppressor, to take the bull by the horns. Because ZANU-PF, it provoked the voters. By banning 𝗘𝗿𝗶𝗀 rallies, they were like provoking the voters. Because those harsh measures which were put by ZANU-PF, it blocked itself from gauging the strength of the opposition. If you were a clever leader, you would never do that in life. Because no panoshanda intelligence. How strong are these people? And following then you strategize to counter that. But they failed to do it. So ZANU-PF put itself in an embarrassing situation. Today, ZANU-PF is embarrassed to the extent that they no longer want to let 𝗘𝗿𝗶𝗀 campaign. They are now butchering people, stoning people. Because they feel now embarrassed. What they thought 𝗘𝗿𝗶𝗀 won't achieve, it has achieved far more than what it was supposed to achieve when it was being sold. Because dai vachamisa vaiswa paZBC nepaZTV vanhu voteerera vaigona kupika maerrors ekuti pakati vakazodai pakati vakudai saka ari kunyepa uya kuda kwaanotendesa. People choose vakagara uchitaura, so people choose we leader anoita, we leader aite, we leader anoita. But they did not give Chamisa that opportunity for people to assess him. They are not anoita here. And so now Chamisa is ensured, 𝗘𝗿𝗶𝗀 is ensured now of a very good harvest of votes. Because all the activists, they want to give him a chance. Because they never heard full speeches of him talking. Tinongoenda videos, my short videos achisendwa, and my short videos acharutaura nezvaChamisa, arikutaura Chamisa, mukaka baba, mukaka, mutakunanzva. Video 1 unoiplaya 10 times, zvida kuramba uchingonzwa so. Baba, video 1 yaChamisa yaadresa vanhu. Unge video yemapambazi yai, ndofunga ndaiplaya 10 times. Mukadzi wangu azondora naye, amunete here nevideo kati mira ndimbonzwa president achitaura. Mbondimirira. Mbondimirira ndaunzwa president achitaura. Zvikanzi mukoma wangu ndati president kana makateerera starting from today onwards chiadresa Mnangagwa is ancestor. Because mukamuti mukoma muri kumuisa panzvimbo yakanaka stereki. He's not even worth to be a brother. He's about around 86. You are just 41 years old or 45 years old. He's 41 years older than you. Call him your ancestor. Because kuti muti ava ndi baba, haangamboite baba vaChamisa zviti. He's an ancestor. Ingadai munhu akutokombwa vanhu vachiro vachitamba ngoma so. Achitokombwa achaiti vanoti chiko ndatsva muri kudai kwasekuru. Oh sorry. So the hospital was built by British and they went for an official opening. Yes. 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀𝗀 manonoka. So what I'm saying is the banning of 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀 by ZANU-PF, it has provoked the voters in our country. Those voters, they've seen it as harsh measures. ZANU-PF did know that if you put harsh measures against opponent, people will sympathize with an opponent. This is why you see now 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀 is now a brand. That is an embarrassing situation that ZANU-PF put itself in. Losing to a structuralist party, losing to a person they paraded that has got no plan. It's something that gonna shock the world. I nearly missed life, I know. And it more. So 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀, as I've said, guys, 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀 is ensured a very good harvest of votes, a very good harvest of constituencies. Eventually, we are going to take the executive position, and President Chamisa is going to be sworn as president of Zimbabwe. Because ZANU-PF, it was not supposed to have banned mass actions. Because if you ban mass actions, unotadza kunyatsogeja enga ine vanhu vemunyika. 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀 ngadai vasina kubhana 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀 to organize kana mademos avo avanoda, because 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀 ine specific objectives avo. They should have just allowed them to go ahead as an opposition party with their business, not to interfere with them, not to try and kill business, which is how there is an election coming. Because my rallies are very important for a political party. My demonstrations are held for a democratic country. Because workers must strike. As I like your analysis, my brother, keep sharing the light with us. Thank you, Mpopanash. So what I'm saying is, rallies are very important for political parties, the opposition, the ruling party. My demonstrations are held for democracy. My workers must strike. My workers, takaona manesi achistrike vachirohwa nemboma nemapurisa. Rohwa manesi mudzokerai kumabasa kunobaiwa nemajekiseni, misana yakazvimba, misoro yakazvimba, varohwa nemboma nemapurisa. Speech yemapapa ndiarini mukoma ndianhasi iripo paFacebook pangu atende flow ndaisa endai munoona. Tererai, handaiplaya more than 10 times svika madhamu anditsura kanzi hausi kuneta here nongoteerera chamusa achitaura kudi. Ndaona mukoma wangu vaimbopfeka skafu vachitenderera pasi rese nenyika, vakazvopa kuzvisunga muuro kunge dhongi. Vabvapo vakuenda kumapostori kuvakunopfeka magemensi. Tasara kuvaona vakapfeka mapamba. Hayo, this is speech of the year. That is speech of the year, I'm telling you. Speech guy, ichateererwa for the next 1 million years. Vanhu vachiteerera kuti ndiani leader aitaura zvakadaro. And the 3 hospitals around Zimbabwe built by the British. It's very unfortunate. And in one. So ZANU-PF has stopped my confrontations. Even vanhu kumaruwa chaiko havakwanisa kuprotesta. And in one. My marches ese, they were banned. Chinorwadza ndechekuti we only saw ZANU-PF police vachita blashion manesi aya dzokerai kumabasa. Mwana nesi akazvimba ziso swakarohwa nemboma. Madoctors aya vana magombe vachitorwa vachinopiswa zvombo, saka magetsi pasi munze. Zvibvumirwo zvauri kuita kutaura kuti ZANU-PF yakashata, hurumende yafeila. Andimona. Saka we have seen even the military against civilians, people being shot, police against nurses being bludgeoned, trying to instill fear in people. ZANU-PF never thought that within 5 years we are going to have an election. Now we have got an election. We've got an election coming. And surely, guys, ZANU-PF, it stirred up the emotions of the people of Zimbabwe. and more. When you steer the motions of a nation, and when that nation does not engage in a violent revolution and ensure that the people are planning your downfall, we are having an election, you will feel the heat. ZANU-PF made an error. Whoever advised ZANU-PF on those strategies, he doesn't love ZANU-PF. Because avaisa pekuti kunyange vakadya ma-elections vacharova barara mhanya kutiza munyika. Nekuti zvizhinji zvavakaitwa neZANU-PF imhosva munyika. Nyika inotongwa ine constitution ka. You cannot set aside a constitution yenyika muisa mutemo yekupenga mutemo yembwa. Hazvishandi zviya. Because don't try to steer people's emotions. Because if you know you are a country that leadership is decided by an election, people will punish you. They will never be violent. When the time comes like this, munenge makumhanya nemabhazi muchituta vanhu muchinyengerera vanhu muchivakandira chingwa kunge muri wakandira masefa sehove. But people will definitely punish you. People will punish you. Saka ZANU-PF failed to gauge 𝗘𝗿𝗶's degree of penetration within the voters by banning their activities as a political party. There is no way you can gauge it. How deep did the 𝗘𝗿𝗶 penetrate the rural areas? They can't gauge it now. How deep did the 𝗘𝗿𝗶 penetrate the hearts of the voters in the country? They penetrated the hearts of the soldiers in the country, the police officers, the prison officers. You can't gauge it. Because you did not allow them space so that you can observe. An intelligent department, if you have got an intelligent department, it must be quick in picking to see, ndara, pashatapu, mpana, abaya moyema soja, moyema purisa, moyema guard, my uniformed forces, vainta nimfana. And then Saka urikuona kuti that gave 𝗘𝗿𝗶 an opportunity, that banning or barring gave 𝗘𝗿𝗶 an opportunity to expand itself. Vasingaonekwe vachipinda mumarova. Makazoona kunana Murehwa, kunana Bwera kupi chembere dzichirohwa kunzi muri kuita musangano pano deep in the rural areas kwaMurehwa. Chembere dzaita musangano mudzimba. ZANU-PF youth ikaenda kanotaka chembere kunzi muri kuita musangano mudzimba. Why? Because the opportunity was created by ZANU-PF. They were invisible. Imagine kuti vangani vakaita musangano yakadaro. Let's imagine kuti ukaenda deep rural yakaita se Murehwa ye kati machonyonyomo chembere dziri kuita misangano mudzimba kuti nditi votere vachamisa. Saka that banning 𝗘𝗿𝗶 gave 𝗘𝗿𝗶 an opportunity to expand its opposition activities mumaruzeva unobserved. Saka ndiri kutaura chiti kana mamusingafunge kuti ZANU yaenda election yatilta kudai in favor of Chamisa, vakaita error. ZANU-PF made the greatest error. Never ban an opposition party from doing its activities. Never. Right now, avachaziva zvekuita. They've got no idea how to counter 𝗘𝗿𝗶 now. Because the party structures are hidden, and they think he is structureless. The strategies, they thought he doesn't have strategies. They now see the strategies. So to counter those strategies, ZANU-PF has pressed the default button of violence and killings. They've started killing people. Because 𝗘𝗿𝗶 itself, it showed ZANU-PF that is a very patient political party, but in a perseverance is serious. And they are now ready to finish ZANU-PF. They're now ready to finish what they started. A year of being banned, but penetrating deep into ZANU-PF stronghold. ZANU yapera! Yapindirwa! Unosekerera ukazwa zvekutaurwa kumaruzevha. Unosekerera baba. Andoona. ZANU-PF payaitara hana plan vachimhanya aiwapana hana plan. He was busy sending his people to mobilize. Kwaitwa mimwe yainzi ana Mugwazo, ana Bvondo vachinzi marura uchichi. ZANU-PF ichida hana plan. Now vaona kuti plan yapo. To counter that plan is now difficult. We've got few weeks left to go to an election. ZANU yabvaruru. And people are mobilized now. And the people, and the 𝗘𝗿𝗿𝗀 has mobilized the people for varying degrees of confrontation. They are from varying angles, from all four corners of the country. In ZANU-PF now, debatable issues avaifana kuva vachitarisa, which they avoided by banning 𝗘𝗿𝗀, they are now coming up openly. For them to counter them is now difficult. ZANU-PF offended the public, but they didn't know that they were offending the public. Now for them to go and appease the public, avachakwanisa vangoshandisa violence. And more. They send the army to go and violently attack Zimbabweans. Army yakaenda ikanotaka vanhu ikaponda vanhu ikarova vanhu, but zvakashaya basa. 𝗘𝗿𝗃 candidates now are ready to offer political leadership. They are now ready to save the country. Because vakapuhwa everything on a silver platter. Because once you say kuti shepherd hatidi kuona uchita zvakati, ndoregera ndobva ndachienda underground. Ndochitukunya ndiri pasi ipapapo. Munoparira chete. Saka if you look at 𝗘𝗿𝗃 political campaigns, since it was banned for a year. It was formed, it's now a year old, and in that year of formation until the next election, the political party was a banned political party in Zimbabwe. So their campaigns now were based exactly on the following things, like they are, let's assess voter needs. My voters needs ndo ayassesswa na President Chamisa. Ndasenderwa message panapa. I'm not going to say kuti munasenda ndiani, but mrauti hey, something wrong panapa. Pane message andiri receive sinaumira zvakanaka panapa. Right. Anyway, I'll give them a call. Azimkoma, please tell us how is the impact of the return of the 𝗘𝗿𝗃. Apo kwakatoipa kanai. Andini vanga celebrate ri panashi. Kwatoshata kubulawayo. Kontutu ziyatunga faze magomeno tochemdodha. Kontonga zwelele kubulawayo. Kwakaipa. Andini murikona. Saka rikona kuti pese pataibanwa neZANU-PF. Hey, amite marari. Hey, amite sei. Do you know what happened? Chamisa akabva ati kuvanhu vake vaakapa basa zvikanzwa komana, go and assess the voters' needs. Do you know some of the voters' needs? No. A very good example of the voters' needs, guys. If you look all the farms, my farmers, this year my farmers akaendesa my crops avo last season. This season food, my farmers vakaendesa my crops avo. Apana farmer akabhadhara. Musambonye Peru. No farmer was paid anything by ZANU-PF government. Vanhu vakaendesa zvibage kuJMB, tons and tons. Bururu wangu ari pana vanhu vashepa ndakaendesa 15 tons of maize pabhangeti paya. Payment yacho nanhasi hapana chiripo. Apa you need to pay transportation. Hapana chiripo. 0 hapana kana chiripo. Vanhu havana kubhadhara. Chibage chakaenda kunoona JMB achisika vanhu havana kubhadhara. These are some of the voters' needs dzakaassesswa neTRIPC. Andova bururu wangu achema zvashepa ndine matraki inini arifamba achitakura zvinhu kuZimbabwe. My trucks angu inini, I got nothing. apa ndechitenga diesel chena chitakurira vanhu chibage chitindikaendesa kuJMB paunobhadharwa ndopuwawo mari yangu. Andatopaka matrucks angu haachashandi because apera diesel haana. Andimo. Saka ndiri kutaura kumafarmers vari kundinzwa panapa kuti you are not getting paid. Andimo. Hanzi nabhuru rangu we are now resorting to taking produce as payment, not kuti hanzi mafarmers acho havana mari. Vanhu vakutoti kana takurwa chibage chako 1 bag rechibage rinoita mari. Wobva wanzi wewe kana 1 bag rechibage richitwa $10. Saka kutakura chibage chako matanzi ako echibage kuenda kuJMB maybe $100. Saka unondipa 10 bags. Vanhu vakutopesera transporters vakupesera vakutopuwa maproducts. Kana munhu ane 20 mabhero ecotton anokupawo 2 mabhero ecotton womutakurira. You understand what is happening now in that country? Saka vamafarmers President Chamisa vakasenda vanhu kwamuri could go and assess voters needs. You need to be paid by GMB, you need to be paid by CMB, but there is no money there. And it have to end up another season yekurima. This is another new season yekurima. Uyosina mari ucharima nei? Mbeu yacho chatenga nei? Tatosvika pama-elections vanhu vaicharisira mbeu kumakore ayo mbeu inouya. Hakuna chauya this year mazvona. Mwakupuwa chingwa instead yembeu. Hakusina fertilizer dziya mazvona kana mamufuka kuti ZANU-PF inokudai. Ndopa mofanira kuchiona manje. You send your products to GMB next CMB next TMB. Hapana sendera mapiwa. Takuenda another planting season. Saka if you don't vote 𝗘𝗿𝗶 now, kuti vati patopinda muna August panapa, tikoti pinde August September, vakanisa zvinhu zvavo kuGMB, zvakutoaseswa mari yakutouya makutopuwa mari yenyu. And 𝗘𝗿𝗶 promised to pay you in $. Hamusizopuwa mari nezvimabhera checks kana zvinonzi chii zvima-RTGS zvezvo, hakuna zvakadaro. Uri kupuwa check kana uri kupuwa cash. GMB inofanira kukupa cash kana inofanira kukupa check. Saka what I am just advising you is President Chamisa vakatuma vanhu kunoassessa your voters needs. Vakaona kuti vanhu vekumaruwa havasi kubhadharwa neZANU. Vakaisa in place strategy yekumeka sure kuti vachingowina chete musi wa23 tichipinda 24 patopinda September farmer wese akaendesa maproducts ake kuGMB, kuTMB, kuTobacco must be paid in full. Anofanira kupuwa mari yake in $. Hakusina chinhu RTGS. Forget about RTGS. Andimona. Izvozvo ndosaka makanzi mimi President Chamisa vakataura kuti vanhu vekumaruva nevanhu vekumatauni imomo maconstituency menyu, assessai the strength and weaknesses of your candidates. Get your candidate are strong, anokurepresenta zvamunoda. Tipei ndiye watinoda, ndiye watinofielda. Saka kwana macandidates ese akafieldwa aya, kwete zvokunzi hanzi tainobviswa hembe nechimai chaka chekuzanu chia. Musanyeperu. Vanhu vakasarudza vega macandidates avo, ndo vanhu vakaiswa vari kumirira 𝗘𝗿𝗶. Voterai vanhu venyu because ndo makaona kuti you know their strength, you know their weaknesses. Andimona. Saka vanhu venyu makasarudza. Saka endai munovhotera. Saka tiri kutaura tichiti ZANU payaifunga kuti hatina ma-strategies, we were busy targeting certain areas. We were busy targeting. Vachiti havana plan. We targeted certain areas. We informed the youth what they're gonna earn. Because after musi wa23, daukutaurirai, patinongoti 23 election tapedza 24 President Chamisa wanzi vadeclare winner. September, October, kutanga kwaOctober Zisco still inenge yakutotanga kutogadzirwa kuti ishande. Ma-CSCS anga akavharwa yaachashanda ya. Kwete zvatakaudzwa naNiki Mangwana kuti CSC iri kuvhura muna April 2018. 6 years down the line hapana isati yavhurwa. But pantoine vanhu vane mari dzavo vakabata. Ma-investors who are coming. Kuno kuBritain tikuda nyama kuno. UK tikuda nyama. Nyama yaidyiwa munomu yaibva muZimbabwe. Yaibva kuCSC. Ndege dzaifly kunotora beef kuZimbabwe richiuya muno. Ndege dzaifly kuya kutora maruva kuZimbabwe. Ndege dzaifly kutora mavegetables kuZimbabwe. Raiuya Dakota rakazara maveji. Richingosvika umwe muUK atopera. Maveji aya usati maveji aya atore day. Atore day kutengwa. Ndege no yakazara umwe waUK ine 78 million people. 68 million people. Ounza ndege wane mavegetables. Haikwane. Saka muri kunzirima imimi market yakazara kuno. Imorega kurima. Andinoona market iri kupizi dzirikudiwa kuno fodya iyi. Apana paunofamba muUK ukaona pasingabhemwe fodya. Murungu wese anengati tobacco yenyu yeVirginia ye inenge kuno. Muri kunzirima hamusi kurima. Saka musi wa24 president Shamisa wachingodeclare winner chete. Dadu muruze da hamusi kuzopuwa mari yenyu here. Kana atadza kupai mari yenyu motitaurira kuti Shepherd wakauya ukataura panapa kuti president wachingowina chete GMB ichatibhadhara in US dollars. TMB ichatibhadhara in US dollars. And because what I'm establishing is the image of 𝗘𝗿𝗀 that is coming after August, you know, a new government, the image of a new government. This is what I'm telling you. Itai market analysis yenyu. And more now the mimi how Zimbabwe fare economically and socially and politically for the past 43 years. This year you must see change. See change this year. Because ukata some weaknesses chayo edu chayo 3 week papi. You can't tell because we were not exposed to the nation with my weaknesses edu ari papi. ZANU-PF went around the world exposing its weaknesses. It has got more weaknesses than strength. Aina strength is ZANU-PF. Saka muri kunzi mimi, it's high time now to vote 𝗘𝗿𝗀 in power. That will end corruption in our country. Your ex will bring electricity in our country. No more load shedding in our country. Law and order will be maintained by the police. The police's image, a failed image of the police. If you see police today, you see brutality in their uniform, in their face. That will end. If you see prison officers, you see brutality. That will end. The rate of crime since ZANU-PF took over control of that country increased. And that will end. Because my crimes anoya nekuti hakuna mabasa. Hakuna mabasa. Kana kune mabasa majera azara. Azara nozara nei. Because ube phone zvafana nemuno muUK. Kana muchida mangwana mukona chifoni chandaishandisa ichi. Ndochirasa panzavo. Chinhongwe nemunhu panzavo. 2 days kana a day unotoswera wachadzorwa pana muzi phone ndenyere pano. Ambiwo phone muno. Ambiwo phone. Ambiwo computer muno. Kurasa iPad yako unoiwana muno munyika muno. Saka zvinenge zvichireva kuti crime rate inenge iri very low. Vanhu ukaona munhu anga atonza aba phone munyika muno vanhu vemadrugs. But akaenda nayo cash converters kuti anotengesa vanotanga kuivhura weitarisa. Vanokutipe password, tipe chi zvese uvhura weitarisa. Ubva wokudza tipe chitupa chako. Kuti utengese phone cash converters vanotoda kana bargains kwe vanotoda kuona chitupa chako. Andinoona. Saka uri kuona mistake yakaitwa neZANU-PF yekuita ban 𝗘𝗿𝗀. It gave 𝗘𝗿𝗀 an opportunity to enter my stronghold eZANU-PF, my constituency ainzi aya ndeZANU-PF. Yes, no ZANU-PF haisina constituency and it's our stronghold. Hakusina. Because if you look at their constituencies that they used to say my stronghold edu, hakuna development yakamboitwa ikoko. Kuma reserve kwacho ndokune vanhu vasiri kubhadharwa. Who are hungry, who want money. As Nanguma talent, Shabiro Dashika, Zim is okay as a country. What is needed is corrupt-free organization to take it forward. Chete, that's true. Saka, ZANU-PF used to say, hey, we Marshall and West, yeah, Marsh Central, these are our stronghold constituencies. Those are constituencies dominated by farmers who have sent their products to GMB but didn't get paid. They did their tobacco, they didn't get paid. those transporting those products now are resorting to get some products as payment. They can't get cash because farmer are now badar. So as 𝗕𝗿𝗃 pamaita havana plan paper, they were busy targeting those areas, and they've narrowed the gap of your win. Kana ZANU-PF yafunga winner with the landslide, you were joking, because you ignored a very important section of mobilization. You should have just left 𝗕𝗿𝗃 to campaign, because right now everybody in Zimbabwe knows that none other than Chamisa can eliminate corruption. We are going to have a corrupt-free Zimbabwe. Yekuti mupurisa, you can't bribe mupurisa. Akakumisa utoziva kuti pachatochaya pano. Because anenge achihora mari enough. Anenge akapaka motikari yake. Boni bwanja chimweni. Andimona. Saka now, what ZANU-PF failed is to let 𝗕𝗿𝗃 air its weaknesses on ZTV and ZBC. So we are going in an election where people knows that 𝗕𝗿𝗃 is the only alternative government in the country. The people have engaged the opponents. Those who are in ZANU-PF have engaged those opponents. People now, they have even responded to attacks. They are not responding to these attacks physically. You kill people, you bludgeon people, you beat up people, you burn people's houses, you destroy people's properties. And the people are responding to you. On the 23rd of August, this is when people are going to respond to you. Because ZANU-PF's activities and ways of doing politics has generated support for 𝗕𝗿𝗃. Hakuna munhu wese akarohwa, because ukarova inini kana ukandiuraya inini, imagine kwandakaroora nevana vangu kwavakarorwa, unenge wakanganisira dzinza rese. Ukarova mudhara uya wandaona akarohwa akatyorwa ruoko, dzinza rake rese, kana vaisapota ZANU-PF vedzinza rake vamwe vacho vese vatochinja vachatosapoti ZANU-PF. That means your violent activities has generated support for 𝗕𝗿𝗃. It's very unfortunate that your violence has motivated volunteers. Let's volunteer to mobilize for 𝗕𝗿𝗃 because they don't want to be beaten anymore. They see this the chance to end this brutality. So no one is going to endorse violence. Hakuna. You cannot endorse vanhu vanoita marituals nekupfura vanhu muCBD of a country. Hakuna. Andimona. Saka what ZANU-PF has done, created or promoted party unity in 𝗕𝗿𝗃. Kana mamusina unity yavamo. Vakasara kuMDC vamwe ndakanzwa vaitaura kuti haiwa takateera izvi. Katove kuTriples. Because kuTriples you enjoy freedom. This is the only part that has given people freedom. Imagine kunzi vanhu imimi chuzai munhu wamuoda motipa kuno. Ukazviita kuzani izvozvo. Iwe kunotonzi kuzani ningi ndiye ari kuuya ikoko kuzera MP. Mese vote line. But freedom is in 𝗕𝗿𝗃. And freedom is in 𝗕𝗿𝗃. Citizens are allowed to make real choices in 𝗕𝗿𝗃, where you exercise free discussion, where you exercise free discussion, including even dissent. You are allowed to criticize President Chamisa. This is the only political party that I've seen is the president being criticized, people not being chastised. And more. In 𝗕𝗿𝗃, you've got even freedom to respond to public opinion. You can even give your opinion. Party yangu yakazodai. Vanhu vanotokuteerera because ukutaura zvakashata zveTriples. Andimona. Saka uri kuona ndichitaura njiri ZANU-PF made a very big blunder. The political campaigns of a political party, and especially in opposition, when you are towards the general election, haibhanwe baba. Ndo pamunotarisa imimi kuti multimedia menyu, ma-speeches e-opposition akamira sei, ma-debates e-opposition akamira sei, news dziri kuti chii about the opposition. ndokwamunoonawo zvekuenda kunoataka nazvo. Because now everybody in Zimbabwe knows that the only people-oriented party is 𝗘𝗿𝗄𝐶. That is the only party with the candidate selected by people. If you look at the opponent 𝗘𝗿𝗄𝐴, hakuna macandidates akaselectwa nevanhu. All candidates were imposed. This is why you see ZANU-PF is embarrassed, is frustrated, and now they've resorted back to the use of violence, political violence. So given the scope of the horrors which Zimbabweans experience in the hands of ZANU-PF for the few days that we've seen leading to the death of almost 2 activists this year, Zimbabweans have resorted to say no to ZANU-PF. Come 2023, no one is going to vote ZANU-PF. Zimbabwe is a state that has been turned into extreme violence by intolerant ZANU-PF, using state-sponsored violence, intensifying violence towards the last hurdle. Towards the last hurdle. Because today is what? Today is about 4. That's 𝗘𝗿𝗀𝗀 morning. That's 4. Because around 19 days into an election. Kana ndiwe. Kana ndimi. Kana ndimi. Saka it's very unfortunate, guys. Regai ndi pane zvaitika apa. It's not nice this. Let me quickly ring. Kune zvaitika. Sorry guys. Saka regai ndibva ndakata because pane message isiri right yapinda panapa. Regai titaure mangwana. Kana ndatoe disturbed with this message. Saka let's talk tomorrow. Good night.